Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can, just so we get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure to take your shoes off before you come down. And Neemias Queta had a really good game in this one. He finished with 6 points, 11 rebounds, 7 of those were on the offensive side, 4 blocks, and he was a plus 10 in 22 minutes. So here in the first place, him using one of his most valuable traits, which is his screening. He calls for the ball to come to paint Pritchard. He's gonna set the screen and he creates a space. And you see this switch pocket is just so open from the Pelicans. Jeremiah Fears is going down, but Misi doesn't switch up and into space, so Payne Pritchard is open after the screen from Queta. All right, here's some good defense from Queta. First, he helps Jaylen Brown after the screen from Neemias. Trey Murphy gets away from him for a little bit, but Queta is there to make sure he doesn't get an open layup. Then we get a pick and roll between Fears and Misi. Queta stabs at the ball, but he's able to meet Jeremiah Fears' layup at the summit and block it. All right, so here just great defense by Neemias Queta. The Celtics try to corner Jordan Poole. He floated up for Neemias, and in the post, Queta does a phenomenal job of holding his ground, keeping his hands up, and jumping as soon as the shot goes up by Neemias. All right, so here Poole's gonna shallow cut under the pick and roll right there. Then he's gonna get a handoff from Jeremiah Fears. And Queta has some really impressive blocks. The athleticism, his arm looks fake, bro. Look how high he catches his ball. All right, so this was just a really interesting play design to me. I have never seen the Celtics use Ram action this way. I know they use Ram a lot, but the way they designed this was really interesting. So here, Josh Myers is gonna set this screen so Jalen Cut can zipper cut all the way to the top of the key. He's gonna do that, and then he's gonna receive the ball. And you see Payne Pritchard is right over DeAndre Jordan. Of course, Ram action is an off-ball screen set for somebody to go set a ball screen. So usually it'll be a small or a wing setting a screen for your best on-ball screener, which is Queta in this case. Pritchard is over top of DeAndre Jordan, right? So as Brown come and gets this ball, Queta is stationed in the corner, and he's gonna sprint into this ball screen here. And then of course, Pritchard's gonna set this screen so DeAndre Jordan can't get up enough to be at the touch to this on this pick and roll. And Jaylen Brown gets space for a wide open pull up mid-range. He just doesn't take it. But the Celtics do end up scoring this play, but I've never seen that, and I thought it was a really interesting play, and they end up working because Jaylen Brown got an open pocket for a mid-range, but the Celtics do end up scoring here with a floater by Josh Myers. All right, so he gets into a handoff with Derek White, sets a screen on Jordan Hawkins, gets him lagging behind. I think he's the one that hit Derek White right here, but then he flies in for the offensive rebound over DeAndre Jordan. He's able to get the ball. He's going to pass it out to Jaylen Brown, I believe, and that causes Trey Murphy to come off the corner, and then that leads to a Josh Myers 3. I should have shot goes up by Payne Pritchard. He's able to run down his own rebound, and Queta shows that touch that he showed in Eurobasket. All right, so here the Celtics go to Horn's chest. This is an action they've been using a lot this season, especially for Jaylen Brown. This can also be called Ghost Flare, which is exactly how it sounds. So quickest way to identify Horn's alignment is 2 people at the elbows of the free throw line. Jaylen Brown's going to come up. He's going to set this ghost screen. This can either be a ghost screen or a regular screen, but of course in Ghost Flare is going to be a ghost screen. So he's going to come up. He's going to set the ghost screen. He's going to freeze Sadiq Bey for 1 second. Then Queta is going to come off of his elbow, and he's going to set this flare screen so Jaylen Brown can come right here. As Jaylen Brown gets the ball, you still got Sadiq Bey chasing him, and Missy steps all the way up to Jaylen Brown, which leaves Neemias Queta open in this short roll area. And it's important that he's able to make these passes because it just does so much for our offense. When you think back to a guy like Luke Cornett, Al Horford, these guys were phenomenal passers at the center position. So Queta does a nice job getting the ball. The team collapses on him. He sees Derek White open, and he hits him for the 3. All right, sure, Queta adds to his impressive block collection, again meeting Jeremiah Fears at the top. One thing I've always felt like Queta has done well in pick and roll coverage, he uses his size, length, and his agility to do a nice job guarding the handler and the roller. So when his teammate gets hit by the screen, there's a 2-1 situation with the roller and the handler both going downhill. He's able to use his size and length, his arms, and back pedal and kind of play in between both of those guys so the handler can't just pass easy to the roller, and he has to think about what his decision is going to be. And then here Queta is able to get back into Trey Murphy. That's as good as a contest as you're going to get without blocking the shot on the floater. And then they get the ball, and Queta cleans up the Pritchard miss. And we got Jeremiah Fears again in transition, man. He must have hated Queta this game because everywhere he went, look how high he's getting on this. Jeremiah Fears had a tough day because Queta was everywhere he was. Again, he shows good defensive awareness on the inbound. Trey Murphy is coming open right here, trying to cover this layup. Queta's there, and he's going to block the shot. As here, Queta is going to set the veer screen. The veer screen is when a big acts like they're going to set an on-ball screen, and then they sprint into an off-ball screen. The goal of this is ideally they want us to freeze their defender so they can have a 2-on-1 when they sprint into this on-ball screen. So he's going to come up to Jose Alvarado. Then he's going to sprint to Sam Hauser to set this wide pin down on Jordan Hawkins. He's going to come off this. Dairy Queen is going to point to Jordan Hawkins so they can switch, but I don't think they really communicated this. I don't think Jordan Hawkins saw that. Dairy Queen has to do a better job actually communicating that through voice, because now they have 2 on Sam Hauser. Queta's open on the road. Good pass by Hauser. He dunks it. All right, so Celtics are going to run pistol here. They're going to get a screen for Sam Hauser in this corner against Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen reacts lately. Queta sets a nice screen so Dairy Queen can't get back. Hauser just misses the shot, but Queta again flies in for the offensive rebound and gets it back out to Derek White. Queta again was a monster on offensive glass. 7 offensive boards, and this one a much better performance than the one in Detroit. Taps the ball out for Simon to get a floater. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and every one that you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. Now we'll see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.